Hello, beautiful beings. Welcome to the Priestess Sophia. In today's reading, we're going to be looking at Will You Get Back Together? So, I just got a message about the pick a card that we're about to do, and I just want to let you know that what's really important to note is that energy is always shifting, right? And that means that how your person saw your relationship 3 weeks ago may have changed. So someone could be looking back on something and looking back at it very negatively and now be looking at it in a very different kind of way. And I just want you to remember that when you're watching any pick a card reading, and these ones specifically. All right. So we're going to have 4 piles today. I'm literally going to draw the cards on during the reading, and I am only going to draw 4 cards with the potential of clarifiers where it's necessary. So it's going to be a quick reading. And yeah, so we're going to see, are you and the person that you're thinking about going to get back together? And yes, this is definitely a romantic reading. So pile 1 is going to be this card over here. This is Mother Earth. Feel loved and comforted. Pile 2 is going to be the lady over here. Great. Pile 3 is going to be Summer, the bee. And pile 4 is going to be the Fire Guardian. So beautiful beings, I'm going to ask you before you pick your pile, because I feel like you're already connecting. Do remember now, while you're connecting, feel this intuition that you're connecting the whole time. Because here on the Priestess Sophia, we're about you using your own discernment and you listening to your highest guidance, your internal wisdom, so that you can use that to make decisions in your life, right? So if something doesn't resonate, don't take it on. If something's triggering you, be curious about why it's triggering you. If it feels right, listen to that. And you're more than welcome to look at more than one reading, to pick another reading, to look at more than one pile. And sometimes the message is just 2 or 3 sentences. So do also be aware of that. Now, let's pick your pile. As you were tapping into your body, take a deep breath in. A slow exhale. Come into the body. Perhaps you want to close your eyes. See the 4 different cards in front of you and which one is popping out, and pick that one. All right, beautiful beings, I'll see you in your reading. Hello, pile 1. This is your reading if you chose this Mother Earth card. Very, very beautiful. We have a beautiful woman here with her eyes closed, looking very serene, holding her belly, and she's got hair her hair is green. You can't really see it that much here, but she's got like a crown of leaves, and she's very just in tune with herself. This is basically Gaia, right? You can see she's pregnant with the earth. So what this card generally speaks about, so this is going to be your energy at the moment and also guidance for you, is about tapping more into your own mothering energy. And that often means mothering yourself and being a mother to yourself. Looking at potentially mother wounds. How do your mother wounds play out in your relationships? Are you yourself a mother? I do feel that in this pile, it is more likely that you are a mother, or that you have a child. I'm seeing that there's someone here very specific. It's got 2 kids, actually has 2 kids, is single at the moment. So I would feel like very strongly, if that's you, let me know in the comment section. That's a very specific message. Someone who's even potentially thinking of being a mother, or is recently pregnant as well. I do feel that you are working a lot with the body as well. So you may be looking at how your story with your mother, your history with your mother is influencing yourself, how you perceive yourself, and how it's how that story is playing out in the body. I also feel that you may actually have been very actively involved in healing your body too. So we're talking about feel loved and comforted here. So whatever is going on with you in this connection, it's very much about mother energy. So however that relates to you. And it's very, very strongly about, like I mentioned earlier, you may be needing to look into your relationship with your own mother and how that is playing out not only with your kids, but also in your relationship dynamic with your partner. And that it's very important for you to just come back to yourself and just mother yourself a little bit. I also do feel that for some of you, you're asking about someone whose mother passed and then they were very close to their mother, and that's actually affected your connection a great deal as well. You'll know how that resonates for you. Okay, so we're just going to put that card over there. And then we're going to look at the tarot. So welcome. If this is your first time at the Priestess Sophia, very excited to have you here. Please, if you haven't yet, do remember to like and subscribe. And if you resonate with the message of listening to your own intuition and following that discernment, that's what we're about over here. So let's see. I'm going to go there, go there, go there. Are you two going to get back together? All right, so we've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Page of Pentacles, upright or reversed, right? Okay, and then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is that in the past, this was actually quite a collaborative relationship. Interestingly enough, now that I see the Mother Earth card here, and as I started talking about this, my throat just went like closed, which is quite interesting. So I do feel that there's some stuff here that needs to be spoken about in this relationship that hasn't been spoken about. I'm seeing a contract also come up. So I am seeing that this is potentially an ex-husband or ex-wife that you're asking about, or someone where the relationship was definitely very significant and it was going to move into a very serious space. So definitely a higher level commitment. You may have actually lived together and you needed to move out and actually sort out your stuff and what belongs to who. I also am seeing, this is coming through very strongly, that you and this person may have bought a lot of art together and visited a lot of art galleries. There was a lot of museuming, going to art galleries, that kind of thing that was very important in this relationship, or like was significant in this relationship. I also do feel that the person you were involved with was particularly very interested in art as well. And often maybe even bought quite a bit of that too. So you'll know who you're talking about. Let me know in the comment section if that is you. Alrighty, so what I'm feeling is that this relationship was actually quite strongly bounded in friendship. And you may have even met each other through a group of friends or at work and work together. I feel like it was a very collaborative partnership. And I feel like you could do the boring stuff together. So you could wash dishes together, you could go to the shops together, and you probably did a lot of that. And the relationship took on this very domesticated feel as well. Whether you like that or not, I'm not sure. I do feel that you did, and I do feel that you nourished and nurtured and cared for this person very much in a motherly kind of way. I do feel that both of you actually did that for one another. I feel that it became maybe a little bit one-sided, and I sense that there was a lot of talk about the two of you actually being together, and at least one of you saw you staying together for much longer. There was a lot of learning that also happened in this relationship, where not necessarily one another's teachers, but in a very collaborative kind of way, where the type of discussions you had, there was a lot of talk where it opened up your mind and opened your perspective up and made you understand your role within society, within work. I'm also seeing that this person may have been a pretty good kind of advisor to you in your workspace. This person is likely maybe even a boss, or a senior co-worker, someone who may have actually really even helped you with your finances too, helped you with your accounting, with your business, and maybe even some legal documents too. This person really helped you then. I feel like you really appreciated that about them. all in all, there was a lot of sharing of knowledge and a lot of collaboration and teamwork in this connection. And I feel like that's how it started. And currently, I feel this person now, where they're at, is they're a lot more focused on themselves. They are focusing more on their work. They are focusing on being a better man. To be honest, I'm saying being a better man without using gender, but being more in their sort of supportive masculine energy. So how can I show up in my career and really bring in what it is that I want to bring in, but bring it in on a very active sort of level. This person is also very likely thinking about doing that in the relationship. But what I'm seeing here with the Page of Pentacles is that they would start it anew. So for a lot of you, there's, I would say almost like 50% of you, that this was a connection that never really took off. And it's still like maybe even in the beginning phases. And for some of you, I feel like it is a connection that ended and might be reignited. And the way that your person is feeling, they're focusing very much on themselves, but they're also looking at how they can potentially start something new, start a new chapter. They're very focused on starting a new chapter. If they haven't moved yet into the space where they want to start something with you specifically, they are thinking about that. And there is a wanting to invest in a relationship in that kind of way. Whether they are yet going to do it with you or not is not clear. So to answer the question, will you get back together or not? Because I do feel that for both of you, there's still a lot of assessment that needs to go on. There's the wanting to plant something. There's the wanting to start a new connection. There's this wanting to be together with you. But I feel that it would be like sort of a slow move, and that you also have your reservations about whether the two of you would want to get back together or not. I feel like there are two options here. Like I'm seeing two different paths, even though they're not showing up. But it's like you're going to have to look at what's happened in the past and whether this person's values actually line up with yours, and whether the two of you want to grow the same things. Do you want to plant the same seeds and grow the same things? And I feel that there's going to be a lot of sort of assessment of what has happened before and what's going to happen in the future. But all in all, this is a person who really wants to put in something and see something grow. So for, I would say about 34% of you, this person is definitely going to make a move and wanting to start something new with you and see a new relationship, and they're going to want to take it slowly. So they're going to want to put it in and then see how it develops. And then for, I would say, the rest of you, the other 66%, it is very likely that this person may want to start something, and that may want to start something could actually just even be, for some of you, just a text message, and then to see how you respond. So to take an action and then see how you respond. Take an action and see how you respond. I kind of feel like that is what they want to do. I'm not yet 100% sure that for the 66% of you that this is going to be a full-blown relationship as yet, and that the two of you will definitely get back together. There, however, is definitely potential. But you are also being asked to look at what you want. See, we've got the Magician coming through, and we've got Five of Swords. So it's really for you to also assess, what do you want to nurture and grow, right? A lot of that imagery is coming through specifically in this reading. So it's about the Magician. It's about you making choices that are going to lead you to your happiness. Because I do feel that for that 34% of you, this person may have been selfish in some way, even though there was a very strong collaborative element to this relationship. I feel like when things eventually ended, they may have just taken and left, and there may have actually even been some deception. And you're now being asked, is that something that you can move past from? And you're also being advised to be a little bit more selfish in what it is that you want, because you need to remember that this is your life, and you need to decide, how are you going to move forward? I also feel that there is a little bit of a warning for some of you, and you'll know if this is your message, whether this person is a bit of a warning that this person might be a little selfish. I know we spoke about them being a better man here, but also it's very much better man in the self-focused. So this person is not necessarily always going to consider you first. They are going to consider themselves first. And I feel like there's a tendency maybe in this pile for you not to have done that, because as I felt in the beginning, you may have been the one that was mothering this person more than they may have been mothering you. So do look at your own mothering energy and what it is that you need to make sure that this relationship is moving in the direction that you want it to move. Don't move quickly. Look at things when this person makes a move, because I do feel that they will. If they just text you, how do you feel? If they're planting a seed, how do you feel after that? And then you take an action. How do you feel after that? Do watch it. Observe. Don't rush into anything just yet. So will the two of you get back together? There's a possibility, but it is not yet set in stone. So do make sure that you're clear about what you want, and make sure that you feel nurtured, and make sure that you feel like what's being put in this relationship is going to grow and develop the way that you would like it to, because this person is going to be looking at it from that perspective for themselves. Alrighty, pile one, that was your quick reading. If you'd like a personal reading, do check out the description box. I'd love to read your cards. It was a pleasure reading for you as a collective today, and I am looking forward to seeing you in your next reading. And do remember to like and subscribe, and sending you so much love. Bye, pile one. Hello, pile two. Welcome. This is your reading if you chose the lady card. All right, so the message here is enjoy growth and reap rewards. So in this deck, this is the Angels and Ancestors deck. This card is known as the Empress. So what I am sensing here is that you're very much in your power. I feel like you've just stepped more into your feminine energy and started embracing a lot more of your feminine energy. You may actually be playing a lot with your feminine energy in terms of understanding, allowing things to come to you. So putting in effort, but not needing to take consistent, constant, always striving action. So it's like you've planted the seeds and you're letting things grow and you're watching them grow instead of checking on them all the time. And I feel like that's something new that you've stepped into. I also feel that this is a pile where you've really been focused on making yourself look beautiful, what it means to feel like to be beautiful, what it means to be in your own sexuality and attractiveness. And I do feel that the person that's on your mind finds you gorgeous. They find you exquisitely beautiful, and that was a very important part of your relationship. And it's interesting because it's not as sexual or passionate. It feels more like someone, yes, that there is that warmth, there is that passion there, but that's not the sense of how they saw you, rather seeing you very much as this ultimate beautiful person for them. And I feel you are starting to look at yourself in the mirror and see that as well. And if none of that resonates, that's your message, right? That's your medicine, that it's time for you to step more in that and actually to recognize your beauty and to go and look in the mirror and actually say to yourself, I love you. And I can tell you that is the most beautiful thing you can do for yourself, beautiful being, is for you to look into your own eyes and recognize and see yourself. I also feel that there might be there's something bubbling in your career space too, and you're just about to hit a very successful point in both your love life and in your career, and to really just trust that. I'm also feeling that it's going to be a bit different to what you imagined, but do enjoy that because it is definitely there for you, pile two. All right, if you are new to this channel, welcome to the Priestess Sophia. If you're new, we're here about you tapping into your highest guidance. That's your intuition. So do listen to your body, listen to what feels right in this reading. And if you haven't yet, do remember to like and subscribe, especially if you resonate with the mission of this channel. And if you'd like a personal reading, check out the description box. All right, pile 2. This is going to be a quick reading. Let's see. Will the two of you and this person that's on your mind, will you get back together? Will you get back together? Alrighty. So we've got the Four of Cups. You've got the Four of Wands. Okay. We've got the Five of Swords. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles. You're kidding me? You might want to check out pile 1. There might be a message for you. Because we have 2 cards that have literally come out again. And I've shuffled these in between the different piles. And I put them in different sections. And you saw me shuffle them on camera too. So it's very interesting that we've had 2 cards come out. So what I'm sensing here is that this relationship is definitely over. Where in pile 1 there was a little bit of maybe something didn't go off the ground, but I feel here this is a relationship that definitely came to an end, and I feel that this relationship was a lot about you needing to evaluate the past. So it came in, I think you had hopes for it, but I feel like overall the relationship wasn't very emotionally satisfying. And it's weird because I'm feeling like in this pile, specifically pile 2, that I'm being told that I need to tell you that this relationship is for you to kind of see that you have a particular kind of relationship pattern. 444 may be a sign for you in this connection. I do feel that that's strongly coming through, but the reason why is because we've got these 3 here, and then we're seeing this 4th cup being given, and you're still looking at these 3 here. And I feel for some of you there may have been 3 significant relationships that failed, and then this was just the 4th one. And I feel like what Spirit is trying to show you here is that you have a pattern. There's a kind of type that you keep choosing. And the reason that this ended, this connection ended, because I do feel there was a lot of emotional dissatisfaction around it ending. Obviously, that always happens. But I do feel that there's been a holding onto and a denial of this relationship ending, instead of just going, okay, this is ended. I'm broken up. We're broken up, my heart is sore, let's move on. I feel like there's been a resistance to feeling those emotions. Spirit is trying to tell you that this relationship ended for a very specific reason. If this is not your reading, please do choose another pile, because I am feeling that some of you might feel like this isn't for you. Pick pile 1 then. If this isn't your pile 1 is probably your pile. So it ended for the reason so that you could recognize there is something in your energy that you keep playing out over and over again, which is causing you to feel very emotionally dissatisfied. And I feel like you might be in denial about it, pile 2. And it's some emotion that is sitting in the heart chakra. Look, we've got a lot of green here. And we've also got the red with the apples. And I'm feeling it could be in the heart or the root chakra for you specifically. And once you can connect whatever emotion that is and recognize the emotion, leave the story, it's going to help you move into a better space. So what I am feeling is that for this person, they are, because we have 4 of Wands here, I feel this person is happy. And I know this could be quite triggering, but I feel that they are glad that this is over. Because for me, this is a celebration. 4 is also a sense of completion as well. And I feel that this person, and this can be the celebration, a completion of a project. For this person, they feel that it is right that this relationship is over. I feel that they are satisfied with the way that things played out. And for them, yeah, things have reached a sense of completion. I almost want to say for some of you, for at least this cycle. This is also the twin flame card, but I'm not sure if it's necessarily, no, I'm getting a no, it's not twin flame energy in this pile. But for some of you, there might have been some sort of a cyclical a play in this relationship. I'm getting that as an intuitive message, so please let me know in the comment section actually if that is you. But this person wants this to be done. Your person, the person you're asking about, they want this to be done. And I feel that it's more likely there might be a denial and a resistance from your side to actually let this go, because there's something that you're not feeling, a type that you're not seeing. But it's not even really a type. It's an emotion that you are picking out and feeling out in the same type of person that you're involved with. So right now, where your person is, we've got Five of Swords energy. I feel like this person is in a very exceptionally very defensive place. I feel like you might have been dating someone who could be quite sullen, very serious. I'm also feeling like a darker haired kind of person, but if not a dark haired person, quite a gloomy person, might also have been very, very moody, prone to even mood swings. And I feel like they're in one of their mood swings right now. They may be glad that things are over, but they're not in a good space. I feel like they're also getting quite clear about what they want in their space, what they don't want in their space. But I'm also feeling that this is a type of person who is very likely to choose. It's not even that they're selfish. It's just I feel that this person feels that in order to feel safe, that they have to be on the defense all the time. And yeah, that means cutting out people, even in a way that could really, really hurt, really hurt the person that they care about. I'm also getting another sense that you are not the only person that if they have done this to you, you are not the only person that they've actually done this to. Yes. Alrighty. Okay, so that's what I'm getting with that. And then when it comes to will the two of you get back together, I'm actually not seeing that, because in pile 1, I was getting multiple messages, but when I'm seeing 7 of Pentacles here, I just feel like this person is just sort of, they're just looking at things. I don't feel like they're going to make a move. And I feel like what they're looking at more has to do with their work than it does to do with a relationship. I just want to make sure. I want to get a clarifier for the 7 of Pentacles. And I feel like nobody here is going to be really, yeah, that was what I was getting as well. I feel like this is done. I don't feel like the two of you are going to get back together. I feel like what's very important here is for you to focus more on yourself. I feel you may have put a lot in this relationship, but the interesting thing is I'm also getting that for a large majority of you, this is a relationship that's ended for a while, but you're kind of just thinking about it and you're finding yourself maybe going back and forth a little bit. But Spirit really wants you to know that this is complete. This person is not going to take action. It's unlikely that they will. I don't necessarily think they have what it is that you are looking for. I feel like they gave you as much as they could. Like this was their limit. And it's like, this was their limit and you're like more up here, I feel what's more important, and I feel like that's a lot of you have been in that space, is to focus more on yourself, your femininity. What does it feel like to be you? Focus on beautifying yourself. And I don't mean this in a superficial way, but in a way that you feel beautiful, like what feels like a natural state of beauty for you. I feel that there also needs to be, like I spoke about earlier, this emotional release for you. Because we've got water as a strong symbol here, and we've got cups here too. And the lady is the Empress. It's all about feminine energy. So it's connecting to that feeling, that being, just the being in a moment. Disconnecting from a story, a past story, because we had this type energy coming through, like this kind of type coming in, which could be that there's the similar story with each person that you date. Maybe it's we get together, we fall in love, and then they always leave me. And to disconnect from that story, but rather get in touch with how you feel. Right now, you should be focusing on not just healing yourself, but expressing more of yourself and being more of yourself and feeling more like yourself, pile 2. Please let me know in the comment section how that resonates for you. That's what I've got for you today. It was an absolute pleasure reading cards for you. If you'd like a personal reading, do check out the description box, pile 2. May you be eternally blessed. And remember to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. This is your reading if you chose the summer card. with a B. The message at the bottom is bask in joy and light. So what I am feeling very much here is you're either in summer, it's summer where you are, maybe you're on holiday at the moment, but I am feeling for most of you that this may have been a summer romance or a romance, a love story that had a very much like a summer romance kind of feel. It might have even been very much of a fling. Bees might have been a big sign. I'm seeing that for some of you that this person was actually allergic to bees, and you may have even lived at a house together where there were many bees. Maybe there was even a bit of a beehive there. I'm really seeing that quite strongly. That's quite beautiful. And I'm seeing that there was so much joy and so much light in this connection, and I feel that you're missing that quite a bit. Yeah, I feel like this showed you a lot and it really opened up your heart, and there was so much joy that was shared between the two of you. And I feel like what's coming through is that this energy is still available to you. And what you need to remember, pile 3, is that whatever joy and beautiful light that you shared with this person is not lost. And that a lot of that joy and that light, it didn't come from that person, but that joy and that light was something that you shared in together, which means a large part of it was your joy and your light, and that it is still there, and you're being asked to connect with that again. I do also feel you're being asked to remember the sweetness of life. That is really what's coming through. I do feel that if you're not in summer at the moment, that by the summertime, things are going to shift greatly for you. Let's see if it's in this connection or not. Alrighty? Hello and welcome. If this is your first time to the Priestess, to the Priestess Sophia, welcome. Here we're all about you listening to your highest guidance. That's your intuition. So do tap into it while I am reading your cards. If something doesn't resonate, let it go. Pick another pile. Sometimes it's just 2 lines that's a message for you. Feel when you're triggered. Be curious about it. Why are you triggered, right? If you'd like a personal reading, do check out the description box. And now let's see. Pile 3, will you and this person get back together? Will you get back together? Will you get back together? Will you get back together? Okay. Ooh, I'm feeling like this is quite tense for you. This is something you really want. Hey, pile 3. It's okay. Okay, we get 2 cards that want to come out there. Okay, so, ooh, damn. We got the Lovers. Okay, so I can see why this was such a big thing for you. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Is this upright or reverse? Okay, I'm getting told it's upright. Did you see those cards? Oh my gosh! Pile 3! Look at this. Should I just leave the reading? I mean, like, you have watched enough tarot readings to know what the cards are busy saying. I love it when positive messages come through. I mean, like, this reading in general just has felt very high vibrational, like all of the piles in their own way. Because, look, a breakup doesn't always have to be a bad thing. And people always think they're not easy, but they don't always have to be bad things, right? Okay. So, is this your soulmate? Well, look at this. We've got the Lovers and we got 2 of Cups literally punctuating the reading with the 10 of Pentacles. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, which is the wife card. So there is definite potential for this relationship to be a long-term relationship. This could definitely be someone that you might even end up getting married to. I mean, we do have bask in joy and light. Maybe this person is even about to propose to you pretty soon. Maybe even in the summertime. If that resonates, please let me know, pile 3. I really want to know who that is. Please let me know. Please let me know. I'm super excited to know about that. Alrighty. So it seems like when the 2 of you met one another, it was just divinely inspired. I'm feeling like when you met this person, your heart was just big and you just knew. And there was something in the eyes as well. I'm seeing a lot of that. I also feel like for a lot of you that it was quite I'm getting a sense that there was a really windy day and the wind was blowing through your hair when you met this person. And I feel as though when you saw them, it was a really big surprise. There was an instant connection, very strong attraction. This is someone that you feel on a very deep spiritual, there's a spiritual connection here for sure. And I feel like this just feels like your divine counterpart. There's not much I can say about that. But something happened, and I think what mostly happened between the two of you. For some of you, if you are still in in a relationship with this person, because I do feel I saw like a handful of you might still actually be in a relationship with this person and interpreted, will we get back together, as like maybe interpreted as will we end up together. I almost even feel like I might have even said that in the beginning of the reading, but maybe I didn't. But it feels like that. That's the kind of sense that I'm getting. Is that this person, if they withdrew and if something happened, I feel like, as you can see with both these cards, we've got the Lovers and the Ace of Swords, and we've got that gray cloud there and that gray cloud there. And aces are often divine gifts. So it's like the universe or God or the beloved, or however you want to refer to divine intelligence, coming in and actually causing, like, bringing some sort of gift. So I feel like what needed to happen in this is that there needed to be some sort of cutting, because you both needed to look at the decisions that you were making in your life, because the Lovers is a lot about decisions. And I feel because this relationship feels like it was unexpected, and the depth of it was unexpected, that you both needed to reevaluate and actually make a choice. And where your person is right now is that they're coming to that. They're coming to that space where they are making a really clear decision about what it is that they want, and they want to speak their truth, and they want to speak very clearly to you, and they want to come and they want to start fresh. They want to start something brand new. And I feel like they've gone through a space where they've really looked at their life and the choices that they're making in their life, and they want to choose. I feel like they want to choose you, because we do have Queen of Pentacles, and this is usually for me what I consider the wife card. And wife, I don't mean that to be gender specific, but the person that I could see myself being with, right? I feel that they want to definitely invest more in this relationship. They want to be more there for you. They want to be more nurturing for you. They want to make you feel loved. They want to put in, if they didn't put in enough, and even if they did put in enough, they want to keep putting in. They want to keep investing, and they want you to know that they're actually serious about you. That's what I'm getting. Because even if we look over here, we've got the Two of Cups, and then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So this is for like, will the two of you end up together? The answer that I want to say is yes, and there's definite long-term potential here. This is someone that could potentially be your life partner, and very likely is to be your life partner. The kind of guidance that I'm getting around that is, what's very important for you is to both always stay in your truth and have your paths. Have your individual path as a person, allow them their individual path as a person, and be truthful to that, even if sometimes there's a difficulty in that. Do not sacrifice that, because I feel there's very strong communication here. If communication hasn't come through, it is going to come through. Bring light and joy and a lightness of being to your discussions, especially if you're going to have one. See each other eye to eye. Be one another's friend. If you can do this, if you can lay that foundation as being one another's friend, this is a relationship that can definitely stand the test of time. And I feel that your person really feels that. I don't really have much else to say. It's quite a clear-cut reading for me. Please do let me know in the comment section how that resonates for you, pile 3. I loved this energy. I just feel like I want to go and dance right now. So, woohoo! I just saw someone. And I do feel like if you have read this and this doesn't resonate, I always say read this because I always feel like you're reading the cards with me. But if you've just watched this reading and this doesn't feel like the person that you're asking about, I want you to know in the summertime, and I'm feeling like a month from now, you are going to meet this person that we're talking about here. You know who you are. And I'd be very keen to know in the comment section who you are. So please let me know if you don't mind sharing. But yes, if you'd like a personal reading, do check out the description box. I'm looking forward to reading your cards for you. It would be my greatest honor and privilege. I have read for some of you on this channel who've been watching this channel, and it has been, wow, like such a soul connection. So sending lots of love to all of you who've booked readings with me. Thank you for that. You are such beautiful souls. And pile 3, I'm super excited for you. And remember to like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I'll see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 4. Welcome. This is your reading if you chose the Fire Guardian. And the Fire Guardian's message is ignite your passions. So what was interesting while I was shuffling the tarot, just to get the deck clear and clearing the deck before we jump into your reading, I first thought that this was a clear one scenario, but while I was busy looking at the card, I'm like, I'm getting 3 different scenarios. So do take it how it resonates. So firstly, you've either met someone and the person that you're asking about, it's a very spiritual and very sexual connection. So it's something very strong, lots of pull in the passionate space, but there is a spiritual understanding between the two of you. But now, I must stress, because this is coming through very strongly, is that if there's a spiritual understanding, it is not one-sided. Because I know a lot of us, we end up in connections where we know that it is a spiritual connection, and we end up having to explain that to the person that we're involved with. This is not that scenario. Your person is also consciously aware of the spiritual connection. They're not just saying that they are because they want to get in your pants. They're saying it because they know that it's true as well. So I am feeling that it's a very passionate connection. For some of you, this is, I don't always like saying twin flame, but this is a twin flame card in this deck. A twin flame connection where the person that you're asking about, there's no one is conscious and the other one is unconscious. This is one where both of you know. Okay, that's very important coming through if that's your connection. For others of you, the third scenario is, why am I saying the third? The second scenario is that this person's completely like oblivious, and you need to get in touch with your passionate side. I'm feeling like when you were involved, they felt like there was the potential for a very strong and passionate connection, but it never panned out. And I think it's because this person might have had problems with their own sense of self and their own sexuality, and might even have been a little bit on the lustful side, it's like I'm almost feeling like my roots and my sacral chakra are out of balance. And what's being required here is for you to get in touch with your passionate side, and not just passion in terms of your sexuality, but in terms of what excites you and your creativity. And that's very important to you. And that is, it feels very much like a self-love trip that you're on now. And then for the third scenario, it's like you've done that and you're about to meet someone who is gonna be like the first scenario that I spoke about, where it's a passionate and very spiritual connection. But you don't know it yet. It's on the cards, but it's not yet there. Alrighty, so we've got 3 different scenarios there. Which one are you, pile 4? Pile 4 for me always seems like our wild card pile, like the people who are on some trippy journey, man. Yeah, I feel like you've had a lot of relationships and learned a lot. That's for sure. Like you've been through the ringer when it comes to relationships, and I'm hearing people saying, "Yep, you have no idea." And I feel like you really just want to be with someone who gets you. But at the same time, I'm also feeling you're like, I will burn the person away. Oh, see, spiritual pile. I'm just going to put that there. Very spiritual pile. Just burn the person away that is not the right person. Okay, so we're talking about the Priestess Sophia. So if this is your first time here, welcome. Here we're all about you using your intuition. That is your highest guidance. So if that is something you can back and support, then do like and subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hello lovelies. If you'd like a personal reading, check out the description box. Alrighty, let's see. Pile 4. Will you and this person get back together? Whoever is on your mind. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we've got, 2 cards want to come out. Alright. Okay. Oof. I'm not going to take that. That's too much. Okay. Here we go. And then, no. You see, this pile wants me to do like a full-on personal reading here. Like, guys, there's a description. There's an email in the description box for that. Okay, let's see what we've. Ooh, and then I'm gonna draw clarifiers. This card has come out in almost every single. I'm going to draw this as well. Okay. So I just want to say, is this upright or reversed? Reversed. This needs to be reversed. I just want to say that your person has you guys need to learn a lot of stuff in this connection. Okay. You need to learn a lot of stuff, and your person really needs to learn a lot of stuff. And I feel that the person that you're also maybe asking about, and if you're in scenario 3 that we spoke about here, may also be a foreigner. Yeah. Or someone that you're going to meet whilst you're traveling if you haven't met them yet. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that, pile 4. I bumped into the camera. So, So what I'm feeling with this connection is someone saved someone when this relationship started. So I also feel like what may have been the case was that both of you were actually in a really crappy space when you met one another. And then you got into a relationship and there was a strong emotional affinity between the two of you. And it was deep. Like, I'm feeling like when I met this person, I felt like my little girl all of a sudden. Or I felt like a teenager. I just feel like when you met this person, the two of you were pushed into your vulnerable spaces quite strongly. And I feel that both of you are aware of that, especially you, right? I am also just wanting to say, I feel like there's a lot of hidden feelings here, and I feel like your person, if they haven't, because I know I said there's 3 scenarios and that your person's also aware of the spiritual connection. If you stayed on, even though that one of those scenarios didn't really click with you, I am also getting the sense that this person may have also recently very much come into the awareness of this, the depth of this spiritual connection, and they actually may be hiding feelings from you right now, or the depth of their feelings, and they may even on some level not really be aware of it. However, abandonment wounds played out galore in this connection. This is why it also probably ended. Played out, it was like abandonment wounds central is what I almost want to even say. And I feel that there was a lot of up and down. So I'm feeling that this is also a connection where it's like, I love you, I don't love you, and I love you, I hate you, I want you, no, get away. It feels like that. And it also feels like there could have been a lot of like back and forth, like break up and make up and break up and make up. And we make up, it's wild, you know. So I do feel that there was a lot of emotional stability here. But the other aspect to all of that is also that there wasn't a truth of the emotions really being revealed, right? And a lot of that instability actually came from like strong past abandonment wounds that weren't being looked at and really being left out in the cold. Strongly feeling that this person or you may actually come from a single parent family. Let me know in the comment section if that resonates. Alrighty, so your person, because we've got the Nine of Cups and this card fell out and I said there's maybe even emotions being hidden, right? So if you haven't yet met this person, if you're in scenario 3, or this person's going to hide their feelings from you a little bit. I feel like they're going to be a little bit superficial. They're going to pretend that they're all like cool and like I'm so cool. Like I'm even seeing it here. Like I'm actually seeing this person. I'm seeing a dark-haired person with long hair, to be honest. Who is that? It's not everybody, but for some of you, especially the person who hasn't met the person. The person you're asking about has got dark hair, long hair. And I feel this person is going to be open. They present the front of openness, but they don't reveal much. I feel like they just reveal what it is that they want you to see. I also feel right now where your person is there, if you're not in scenario 3, this person is missing you. This person is thinking about you and wishing for you. But there's an emotional depth that is lacking for me. This is why I'm saying this thing about hidden feelings. I feel like they may even not 100% be aware of their feelings or want to go into the depth of their feelings, or they're not doing that at the time that you're listening to this reading. Okay? So that's where we're at. What is going to happen? Are you guys going to end up together? I'm going to tell you, is this upright or reversed? This needs to stay reversed. It's a surprise. This is one of those situations where I don't feel like you're supposed to know the answer. Is there potential for it? Yes, there is potential for it. But people have to stop being truthful here. We can't just be surface level, hiding emotions. Knight of Cupsing it in reverse. We got to grow up here. I feel like that's needed. Yes, it's a strong spiritual connection. It's very passionate and we're aware of that. But are we grown up? I'm not saying you're not grown up, but I think you know what I mean. Am I ready for a relationship? Do I want to be ready for a relationship? If this person gets back with you, for some of you, you're going to think and you're going to know. Because you're going to listen to your highest guidance. This person isn't going to come back because they want to really actually be in a relationship with you. They're going to come back because they want to get into bed with you and they want the sexy, amazing time that you give them. But there's a desire for more, but doesn't mean because someone has a desire for more that they're going to act on the desire. It doesn't mean because someone feels a particular way that they're actually going to listen to that feeling. We are multidimensional beings and people sometimes choose other feelings. They focus on other feelings. People often ask me this, but if he loves me, why isn't he choosing me? Because people don't always choose love. You have to choose it. It's a choice. You have to choose to go there. For some of you, I think this person might surprise you and actually be like, I'm going to do something different and I am actually just going to pick you and I want to try, and you're surprisingly going to end up with this person. But what I want to tell you, this relationship isn't about whether we're going to be together or not be together. This relationship is about the journey. And even if you're not with this person anymore, there's an energetic and spiritual journey that's still happening for you. Sometimes you can tap into someone's energy and actually feel what's going on with them. And maybe that's necessary for you because you still need to learn from them. And this could be happening in the 5D, could be happening in that spiritual realm, right? So this is what's coming through very strongly, I must say, about whether this person and you are going to end up together. All right. I drew some clarifiers here too, and I'm still getting the same kind of message. So this person, I feel like they need to learn things. There are things that they need to complete. There are things that they need to understand about themselves, but there's definite potential for this person to really resonate with you as a life partner. Because to me, this looks like someone also that you can build with. And for some of you, it's definitely going to play out that way. For others of you, what has ever happened in this connection, and possibly also if you're in scenario 3, I think this connection is leading you to grow in a particular way so that you can meet someone who has the same kind of values as you. So you have to really just go with the journey of this. So are you going to end up with this? Are you going to get back together? For some of you, yes, and it's just going to be a hookup. They're not ready to commit. And they're also hiding their feelings about that, but that doesn't mean that they're going to do it, and you shouldn't be pushing them to it. Remember, for all of you, this relationship is about the journey. Then for some of you, you're going to be surprised. This person is going to come through and cut through all the nonsense and grow up and actually want to be with you. For others of you, this is completely done. It's like completely done. And you're going to get to that realization because some of those hidden feelings that you're not addressing, that's not being revealed, is not just theirs, it's yours. But ultimately, there is some personal, deep, spiritual growth that's coming from this that is going to lead you to someone who you can build and grow with. Someone who you can see the results of what you've put together. Like what you've put into something like that you've put it in together. I also feel that some of you, this person is going to grow into exactly what you want them to be, or like what you're seeing in them. But like I said, I'm getting mostly it's a surprise. This relationship is about the journey, so do just enjoy the journey. And I know sometimes that's not even easy. It's actually quite hard. But what I think is also very important is for you to trust in your intuition. You're on a very deep spiritual journey here, Pile 4. Do not negate that. Do not forget that. So tap into your creativity and tap into your own spiritual understanding about what's going on here, because you need to trust that, because that's going to guide you very strongly in this connection. Don't play with fire just because it's fun. Okay? Fire can be very dangerous. You need to know how to work with it. And I think you can be quite fiery too. So channel it in the right place. Pile 4, I would love to know your stories. Please let me know in the comment section how this reading resonated for you. If you'd like a personal reading, check out the description box. If you haven't yet, remember to like and subscribe. It's been an absolute honor reading your cards. This was a very, very interesting, textured, layered, deep reading. I would have loved to have gone into it a little bit more, but we're doing a quick one today. And Pile 4, thank you for giving me the opportunity to read your cards and joining me today. I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.